And we're back for the NSP podcast. I'm your host, Mackolous. I got my other hosts with me here. Of course, we got 3D, Shay Monya, Trelly, and my boy Zo.
World.
And what is on the topic of discussion today? We have
What we got?
What do men and women bring to the table? Let's talk about it, y'all. Now, we're going to let the fellas just do like one each because we don't want to gang up on our shorty here. So, talk to me, Zo.
No, I'm gonna do this for my intro.
Okay.
I'm gonna put my hoodie on because this shit about to get dark.
Oh shit!
This shit really gonna get dark.
This nigga done put on the hood.
How we looking, yo? We looking
You look pretty good.
You look like the Grim Reaper.
All right, so
Oh Jesus. Okay.
what men versus women bring to the table? I'm gonna talk as a man first.
As opposed to talking as.
I'm just saying. I'm gonna talk as a man because I feel like we can break this down in multiple ways. Like I said in the beginning, we could make it down what they provide for marriage, or we just provide in general. So if we talk in general, stability, backbone. I'm that guy that you want to come to, when you need to talk. I can bring a lot to the motherfucking table.
Y'all see this?
I'm sorry, I'm looking at you because you in the direction. We look at D then.
That eye line is direct.
It's like he's piercing my soul.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna look at D. I'm sorry because she right. I still be staring at you a lot. But at the end of the day, I feel like as a man, we bring a lot to the table, depending on the man. I mean, depending on the qualifications. I mean, of course, like education got to play a part in it. Whether you like a motherfucking handyman, because certain shit like that we had in past episodes. Mm-hmm. Women require us to come and handle shit that y'all can't handle. Mm-hmm. So I mean, it depends.
I can't fix the faucet.
Yeah, you ain't fixing no motherfucking sink. You calling me or somebody else to come fix it. I mean, certain shit, dealing with your car, shit like that. Like we bring a lot to the fucking table in general. What? Oh, I think
I'ma save it, but that just brings up a different thing.
Yeah, so I just feel like it depends on what we really talking about. Because if we breaking it down in marriage or just in general, men bring a fucking lot to the table. And I'm not going to, especially us as black men, because we deal with a little different, different spectrums. Go ahead.
Okay.
I'm gonna let you
Got something for us, D?
I feel like, technically speaking, there's nothing that a man can bring that a woman can't bring, and vice versa.
That's true.
I mean, that's deep. When you get deeper, of course,
we just can't bring kids, but that's
it gets. Okay. I'm saying it gets deeper. It gets deeper into shit when you talk about kids and stuff like that.
Cat.
But it gets deeper in shit when you talk about kids and stuff like that. But as far as just being just straight up honest, is really nothing that a man can do that a woman can't do, and vice versa. Mm-hmm. It's just about wanting to do it. And I feel like the whole gender roles and shit fucked all that up. So it's looked at to as though, okay, the woman's supposed to be in the kitchen, the man's supposed to be outdoors. It's just a whole bunch of bullshit.
Can I just ask D a question real quick? Are you a feminist? No, don't make that face. I'm not trying to But are you?
Elaborate.
Give us the definition of a feminist.
So, okay, let me tell you why I asked him that. Because what I basically gathered from what he said is that anything men can do, women can do too. Mm-hmm, I was about to say better, but I ain't gonna go there. Ooh. Now, because I ain't gonna go there. I'm not. But my point just is, because he's saying we bring the same thing to the relationship. And I can appreciate that being your perspective, but I just feel like most men don't feel like that. And I think that's more often something that you would hear from the perspective of a woman. So it's just and it's great if you are, but would you consider yourself as a feminist?
I wouldn't classify myself as a feminist, but I would say that I do feel like women deserve I guess equal equal rights, equal
No,
shit.
agree.
for this.
They do equality.
I
is
believe
equality.
that.
Like I feel like if you think about it,
Yeah.
women as a whole, like by themselves, are technically a minority. But if you put in black women, they're a double minority because you have to deal with. Oh my bad, you gotta deal with the shit that black people gotta deal with, along with the shit that women have to deal with. So I mean,
You all sound like a feminist right now.
I'm just being realistic.
That's what a feminist would say.
But
Being
there's
realistic,
nothing
because-
wrong with that. I ain't
saying what's wrong.
I ain't shaming you for it, D. I love how like in touch with you. I ain't gonna say in touch with the feminine side, but like I'm just here for how like here
wouldn't
for
even-
women you
that's what
are.
I'm saying. See, I
No,
wouldn't-
because I took that back. It's not him being in touch with his feminine
I wouldn't even
side, but
say
I'm
it
here
being-
for like you're very here for women and like what we can do. I'm here for that.
That is lovely.
Because the average man is not like that.
No,
Yeah,
and
no.
I think that when
I like your energy.
we have to be realistic. I agree with you. No, because women are capable of doing whatever, but
You
it's
do have to be realistic. You're right.
yeah. But now you know me. I'm gonna be the devil's advocate.
That's
We
why he
talk
got the
about
hood on,
this
y'all.
generation
That's why I said that.
of women.
That's exactly why I said that.
Are you sure?
No, that's exactly why I said that because they're capable of it. You see all these women, like you say, this generation, you'll see 9 times out of 10, oh, I don't need no nigga for this, I don't need no nigga for that. My bad. I don't need no nigga for this, I don't need no nigga for that. But then the same women be like, okay, I just saw somebody, I don't know who it was. I just saw
Contradicting
somebody
her fucking self.
I just saw somebody post something on Instagram was like, I need my nails done. Who want to treat me?
That's what I'm saying. Certain shit like that.
Like, and you the
This
same
is-
person saying I don't need nobody for this, I don't need nobody for that. But like you can't just go get your nails done.
Right.
And men do it too. This is the certain thing that confuses me because women sometimes, like, they want to be equal rights, everything gotta be equal, and then bam, certain shit like that. Oh, I want to get my nails done. They'll bounce back to wanting to be in the woman role and want to get, provided for, some shit like that. Are we equal rights? Or are we doing some shit where, you get what I'm saying?
When they need it to be, bro.
That's fucked up. That's why I say
Exactly.
as like, what, so who's really bringing what
That's
to the
very
table?
true. We're
That's
gonna
some
come
real
back to
shit.
that
Men
because
do
we're
it
gonna
too,
let
though.
idea Shay Monya say something on the topic. Talk to her. What do you
Okay.
feel like women bring to the table?
Let me tell you what I think women bring to the table. I think there's like a. Let me get my verbiage together. Women bring like a what?
Shit, I'm sorry. You got a little flustered. That's all. I was just waiting.
Yeah, because I'm just trying to make sure. Because y'all know if I talk reckless, y'all ready. Boom.
No, talk
let me get my
reckless.
words right. No.
I got the hoodie. Put the hoodie on. Put the hoodie on. We get black forces. I ain't got black forces, but we gonna get it.
We got black.
Put the
Black
hoodie on.
forces.
You reckless motherfucker.
All right, here's what I'm gonna say. I think there's a type of like emotional stability that women bring to a relationship. Like I've heard men kind of say in different relationships before, like like, oh, I was lost before I met you. I never thought about stuff like this before. Like men, like by nature, like the way the world kind of like raises y'all up, y'all don't really tap into your emotional side very often.
No, I agree.
So when you get with a woman, she kind of like opens you up to make you feel like, no, it's okay to feel this, or like, let's talk about this. Whereas like y'all might naturally feel like, no, I'ma like hide and not talk about this and I'ma just like shut this down. Women make you feel like, no, it's okay, like get it out. Let's do that. That is one thing I think, yeah, we bring that to the table.
So nurturing.
Yes.
Yeah,
Nurturing.
that's fuck. That's
I'm doing all right, ladies. I'm doing all right. They ain't jumped on me yet.
what you feel like men
Oh God, y'all heard that laugh?
and women.
It's coming.
What you feel like women bring?
Thunderbolt.
I
I'm gonna ask that too. As us as men, what do we feel like women, other than nurturing, bring to the table?
All right.
I feel like
Cause I could tell you what I think a man brings.
women bring to the table. They can, as a man, they can just make you expand your mind a little bit on certain things, like certain game plans or certain stuff you was doing, but they putting it more better for you, ways so it can work more smoothly. I feel like they just, what I'm saying, make you think a lot more. That's what I feel like a woman can bring.
Y'all, why you looking at me now?
Cause I feel like I can feel your spirit from this side of the
I
table.
don't
yo.
know, yo. Like as a man, I just feel like you gotta have that in you.
Yeah, and also,
Some women, yeah, they can bring it out of certain men because they don't have that in them. But as a man, I feel like you gotta have that grind, that
yeah,
mental
and
to just
as a
like-
man, I feel like what men can bring to the table, certain women is just more hustle, like more.
Say that again, please. Just I didn't
women
hear
make
you.
you want to hustle more.
No. Like learning curves. Like, all right, boom. So say you meet say you dealing with shorty, and you got 1,000 things going on. You feel what I'm saying? Technically, like what we do for real estate and all that shit like that. So it just what you bring to the table is like, damn, if he doing this, he make me want to get better at this. Blah blah blah. Like for instance, my cousin and his girl type, he bought a car and he doing, and he told me like, she felt like, yo, you doing all this, it make me want to be better at life and everything. And then she went and got the same car.
I think that works, in both ways. Like, it's iron sharpening iron. That's supposed to happen.
Yeah, sure, right.
The man can make the woman and the woman can make the man. Either way.
That depends on the woman.
Depends on both rules.
Yeah.
Sure.
Some of these niggas gets real lazy, and women.
For sure.
That's why I can say, women have a very strong backbone when it comes to dealing with these men. Sometimes, like. Y'all really have that, like, what I'm trying to say, like that.
A tolerance.
I was about to say that.
Than men. Men, I don't think depending on the type of man. He got a bunch of money, that might be a different story. But you ain't, I don't think a man, like a woman, if y'all broke, y'all not bringing up another broke person. Like, a woman will sit there and have nothing to her fucking name and be trying. Even if this nigga ain't grinding, they ain't doing nothing. I think she'll stay there rather than a man would. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just my opinion. I don't know if that's true or not. But I feel like a woman would definitely be more grindy and want to stay there with that man and build him up. But I don't think a man would.
That actually is crazy. That takes me to, I think we talked about this off camera one time where I saw something where I think 21 Savage said this or something. He was like, a man can look at a broke female and change her life, but a man with money will look at a broke female and change her life, but a woman with money will never look at a broke man and change his life.
Will never look at a broke man. Period.
You think so?
Hell no. I was having this conversation with my father.
I feel like if a woman look at a broke guy, they have to be kind of in the same classification a little bit. Like, it's not like a woman that's going to make 6 figures is going to look at a guy that's
because that's what I was talking
below like 30K or something.
Because that's what I was talking about. Because it was like basically like you see it all the time where like an athlete or something, he go get the big contract and he go get one of the girls he was fucking with in high school and change her life.
Right.
But you never see a woman who make it to the WNBA or actor or whatever the case, or actress or whatever, go back and get the nigga that she was fucking with in high school and change his life. You never see that.
Right. You never see it.
Okay, that's valid.
But I will say one thing that men do bring to the table a little bit more than women in current society is infrastructure. Like, I feel like a lot of women just skid past this, but when we talk about gas and electric, plumbing, building certain things, making establishments, making a lot of stuff that we just always go towards, and like when we travel to vacation spots, it's like those resorts. You ain't thinking a woman put that together. I mean, not to say a woman couldn't put that together.
Like architecture and shit like that. Yeah.
All of that stuff and just making certain things. That's the dirty job. Men do a lot of, and a lot of women would not go towards those dirty jobs.
Agreed. That's why I say realistically. Are we being realistic on that end? When you say I get they're capable of it, but when we thinking like percentage-wise, we were talking statistics the last episode.
Oh, that's what I was saying. Gender roles fucked all that up.
What you mean, gender roles? Just in like...
Gender roles, like, when it was basically, like I said, you know, in the older days...
I'm about to say, gender roles in the older days.
That's what I'm saying, in the older days, but it's still relevant in certain situations now, to where, like, in the older days, you would say that gender roles was like, okay, the woman need to be in the kitchen, man need to be out grabbing the money, all that type of stuff.
I was about to say,
but like...
kitchen in the bed.
If you think about it, that's how... we genetically are made up. Like, we were the majority of us, we were the hunters. Like, if you think about it, like, nobody said that had to be how it was supposed to be. It's just, that's how
it went. How it went. Yeah, it's just how it shaped itself out. So when you think about it, like, I'm not arguing about it because, I mean, men majority on the front line at battle and women come take care of the kids. That's how it was in fucking colonial days and shit like that. I don't know. You know, what gender roles now is classified in this generation.
It's different.
It's different. I mean, it's more
very
so,
mixed.
I mean, it's kind of.
I feel like it is what you make it at this
point. But it's kind of like
it is what you make it.
It is what you make it. Like what you and your partner, what you and your partner got going on, that's what y'all got.
Exactly.
Right. Everybody dynamic is different.
Everybody,
for sure.
It's definitely different.
Yeah.
You got women who just want to sit home all day. I'm hungry. this motherfucker, girl, you hungry? What you mean? Like, and shit like that. Nah.
So I think we classify them. Women bring more mental, like, stuff.
That's for my personal.
And
my personal
men
take.
bring more physical stuff to the table.
For sure.
That sounds like what the fuck we just saying.
I mean, that makes sense.
In a nutshell, yeah.
And iron sharpen iron, like that and shit. So I like that. Like for me, with the word, what y'all think? Who bring more to the table?
So what do y'all think of some like non-negotiables you need in a relationship personally for yourself?
Fucking, your mental has to come. Your mental is important in a relationship in general.
Right.
You have to be healed. You have to be free. Like you can't bring past trauma, all that shit, because that affects what you got going on, and what stops you where you trying to get to. You know what I'm saying? So you got the mental number one. Like you got to be healed. You got to come fresh head. Anything that happened there, nah, it ain't. That's something new. Started something new.
Give me another example of a non-negotiable. Like
Non-negotiable. So it's like on the subject of like what women bring to the table. Like if a woman wasn't nurturing, would that be a non-negotiable for you?
Damn.
Or say,
Deep.
You know what I mean? Like certain things you expect or you would want to expect from a long-term relationship, or now we can deep into marriage. Like what's a non-negotiable?
It's hard for me, like now as I'm growing personally, I had to have a woman if we talk about relationship wise, I don't have to have a woman pull that shit out of me. So that's what I'm saying. It's like kind of hard because I didn't notice it until she pulled it out of me. So I can't really say like what's my non-negotiable because it happened. But right now, I don't know because if she's not nurturing, I don't know because like it's hard to say. Like I don't never seen a woman probably not. I don't think I ever seen that before.
A woman that's not nurturing.
Yeah.
You certainly probably wouldn't have gravitated to it.
Probably wouldn't have.
I don't know, but
and subconsciously you just didn't even go.
But how would a woman like?
She hard as hell. She hard as hell.
She a thug.
She a thug. She like suck up them tears. I'm not about to
put a thug persona on.
No, see,
but she low key a fucking
exactly. They ain't gonna. If I know you really not
that
like
should
that.
be a
so cut that shit out. Yeah,
cut that shit out. You think you?
Because the moment I rise up and match your energy, you go back down.
Not even that. I ain't talking energy. But once I get here, all that shit comes out. Like I think that's naturally how women they eventually come out in some way. I'm not saying they're gonna come out
in some way, rarely,
but in some way they're gonna always get that nurturing and that lovey-dovey side gonna get pulled out. Like I've just never seen it before.
So Day is women being a gangster front.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh wow,
Unless
that's so not where I thought this was gonna go.
Unless she been to the pen for real.
I would say if you catch a woman and she's like, trying to be a thug, I'm not going to say it's the front. I will say, like, we keep saying everything is circumstantial. Something in life made her be this way.
Correct.
Right.
You feel me? I don't think, because women just generally aren't geared in that direction. So if this is how you came out, it's like, something made you turn to this hard, cold person.
And some women are gangsters. I ain't even gonna take that with you.
I was about to say
some of y'all gangster. I came across gangsters.
I was about to say
like
I don't think
we talking statistics. I'd say like it's a good
some of y'all definitely
maybe
gangster.
one or two that's really be on some gangster shit. Like
That's
one out of
definitely
two.
some
But
Two
no,
out of
I
10.
wouldn't say if they gangster whatever, it's a front. I would say that even if they are, it's always something that can break that.
Yeah,
It's
it
always
take
something
the
that can break
man
that.
too. It take the type of man. It take the type of man to break it, or whatever the fuck her
Triggers.
Kryptonite.
trigger is. Not just a man, or you know what I mean. But yeah, triggers definitely. Because sometimes we don't even notice our triggers. Like it be some shit that just happened, and you be like, that shit did fuck me up. Like that was a trigger. Now you realize it. That's what I'm saying. They gotta get pulled out.
Right.
It's some shit that I didn't even realize until I might have broke down crying about. Damn, that shit just fucked me up. Like, she just pulled some shit out that I didn't even think about.
You snap in the moment, don't even realize why you snapping until after the fact.
Facts. Then you gotta come back and apologize.
You gotta tell her why you snap.
Sorry.
Exactly.
I didn't even mean to do all that.
And then you trying to put 2 and 2 together or 6 things together that happened in your past, and you be like, that shit, something that happened, like it pulled me out because you helped it, like you made it come out, and this shit I've been dealing with for a long ass time. You feel what I'm saying? That's really how it be though.
Your woman gotta know how to cook and clean. Is that non-negotiable?
Clean for sure.
That's a good one.
Clean
That's a
for
non-negotiable.
sure.
That's a non-negotiable.
Cooking.
That's a non-negotiable.
We can work on the cooking. We can work on the cooking. I can give you some recipes. I know how to cook. We can give you some recipes or something.
Yo,
I can give you some
chicken tenders in the oven.
Losing recipes.
Put some chicken tenders in the
What's
oven.
wrong with the lady today? Losing recipes. That shit's so funny, bro. But no, yeah, cooking not a non-negotiable.
Yeah, nah, nigga, I'm bullshit.
Call grandma. Whip something.
That's what I'm saying. I can get my grandma on the phone. We can give you some recipes or something. But cleaning, you have to know how to clean. You got. I can't live with
That's a
dirty
pet peeve. Like, I can't sleep if hell no. Hell to the no. Yeah, I get itchy. Like, oh fuck no, so we gotta get right.
But hold up, can you teach a woman that? Like, is that something? Say it. Like that's what I'm saying. Women are more.
Like, you should learn that though.
But it's women that deal with dirty
some
niggas.
people's. I would just say that, yeah, and in some people's households are different, bro. You never know.
And they'll come into dealing with a nigga that she know he not cleanly, but she'll try to teach him. That's women's. I don't want to say problem, but that's another thing that women do. Like they want to teach a woman or change a man.
Yeah, I don't think you should change. Like try to change a person. Adapt, yes. Changing, I don't think that's a thing. You should, unless you change them for the better or the greater good.
No, that's what I'm saying. They trying to change her for the better,
but for sure.
They spend so much time trying to change a man instead of finding a man that's already like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's another issue that a lot of women.
Because it takes a long time.
Oh yeah, women they don't want to start over. They put they all into.
I was going to say, that's a time-consuming thing.
They put all their eggs in one
And we're not
basket.
getting no younger, so it's like, if you got 9 out of 10, I could work with that one that you ain't got.
So that, and then that's another.
What about
thing.
7
We started talking about money. What?
Depends on what them
7
7
out
are. It depends on what those 7 are.
Are cleaning and cooking a deal breaker for you?
For me,
Yeah, as far as when it comes to a man.
yeah, like he said, you got to know how to clean. Don't expect me to be Florence, like, cause I can clean, but nigga, you better clean too. But I'm okay if a man can't cook. I would love it if a man could. Don't get me wrong.
So chicken tenders cool.
Hey, yo.
Peanut butter and jelly cool.
Chicken tender, I got crispy as mud, season them shit, baby.
Man, listen.
Eggo's cool.
You better get jiggy with the air fry and make it pop.
If he got a strong 3 meals, he know how to cook.
Strong
I think
3.
Yard.
So 3 minutes.
A burger from this
Oh,
crowd.
I was just about spaghetti, tacos.
Chicken and shrimp
Maybe some
Alfredo.
breakfast. Breakfast always.
Can you scramble these eggs or not?
Right.
You saying he need one for each?
He need
each
one
time of the
baby,
day?
a lunch special.
A breakfast, a lunch.
and a motherfucking breakfast.
I got you,
As long
dog.
as you don't want out of
Dessert is optional.
Sit down, yeah, great cookie with
Pills
you.
behind your stomach.
Yeah, we put them in the oven, 15 minutes.
Like, I got you, baby. We're going to set a
brown is
timer.
going down, Sean. They ain't burnt. You know,
Oh, shit.
you know how it go.
Another non-negotiable.
I'm not.
I don't know.
I feel
All
like.
right, so I'm gonna throw mine out there.
Go ahead. Talk to us.
As a woman, and I guess this is where the whole, because I'm traditional. I'm very traditional. I do expect. You said what, T?
No, I said I'm gonna go next. Go ahead.
All right. I think as a woman, I expect a man to either be a certain like level of stable financially, or you better have a hell of a game plan. And by that, I mean this. If I meet you right now and you tell me like, you know, oh, I might, yeah, I work, you know, still like something like, I work at Dollar General, but we like over 25. And I still, woo, woo, woo. I'm like, okay, well now, let me ask you this. What is your plan? If you can tell me, all right, no, but I'm really in school at night, you feel me? Because when I get my degree, I'm ready to go do this. You got a plan. I could work with that.
This was about to get sticky, but go ahead.
As opposed, but now, that's like me working with you.
Black hoodie.
About to get sticky.
But like, I would love a man to come to the table, like, you know, this is what he got going for himself. And it's like, all right, boom. Like, cause like you said, it's easier for a man to kind of
No, it's not
take
easier.
well,
It's
a
just
man
they
is
do it
more willing, I guess,
to take a good woman.
to build a woman than a woman would be to build a man. I'm sorry.
Fuck them.
You're right, it is. I'm sorry, but it's like, how broken are you? How much building do I gotta do?
Look,
What am I working from?
I'm gonna talk circumstantial because some men Some men and some women have different journeys. Y'all got different pathways.
Facts.
And a lot of times, people use their pathways and are in a certain position that this nigga not in. Let's use your scenario. He been struggling all his life, in and out of jobs. He been working 9 to 5. You went to school. You got paid. Your school got paid for. All this good shit. Blase. I mean, he working. It take time.
It does.
So at the end of the day, if he giving you a game plan and it don't work out, what you gonna do then? You still gonna leave?
Well, I mean,
see,
no, because if it doesn't work out, it's like, okay, now we gotta go back and look. Where did this go wrong? Yeah, what can you do better next time?
See, you a different woman, cause
I am.
A lot of them are dip.
A lot of them gone in between that game plan.
But see, here's why, and I mean, to be clear, if I'm your girlfriend, right? Like I'm doing this thing with you. Now, if you fell short somewhere in the game plan, it's like while you was trying to build up, I'm sure I was in your corner, like helping you, like, you feel me, wanting the best for you, trying to help you do this. So if you fell short somewhere, I ain't gonna leave you just because this ain't work out. Let's try to fix it. Now, it matters why it didn't work. Because if it didn't work because you started being a bum, now I got a little bit more of a problem.
That's different. I agree with that.
That's different.
Your grind can like be a make or break in a relationship. I understand that.
It
like,
could be because some people
just
just got potential, and it's like, man, I need you to tap into that. How we tap
Big
into
Meech
that?
said this shit, like, and I really feel like this is a real thing. Like, men that are broke, they got a lot of time, and niggas that trying to make some money, they ain't gonna have a lot of time. You feel what I'm saying? So that also plays a part in a relationship when it comes down to how a man gets down. Like, for real, like so. That plays a big factor in like how y'all relationship is. And now you along the way with them, you feel me? That's gangster. But if you gonna dip in the middle, not even fucking dip in the beginning. You was distracted. You feel what I'm saying? Like that's what I'm saying. Is you gonna be there. You were different, but a lot of women they not gonna be there, bro. I really believe that. You was gonna answer it?
Oh, yeah, for sure. So
he was scaring me.
Nah.
I was
listening to him.
It's
No.
the shades.
It is. It's the glasses. Definitely.
No, what was your question that you asked me?
What are your non-negotiables?
Non-negotiables
in relationships.
Damn, I had that too.
I'm gonna just throw a curveball out there. Could y'all deal with a jailbird?
Yeah.
Yeah, when it came
Yeah, depend what she did.
Yeah.
Oh, she in jail.
No, she came from jail. Well,
It
she was
depends
in
what
jail.
she was in jail for.
Yeah, that's a good fucking game.
If she killed a
Give me a
man,
charge.
she'll do it again.
No, give me a charge. I'm dead serious.
Attempted murder.
Attempted murder?
A degree. Fuck attempted. She did it.
She
killed
I'm not.
I'm
A second degree? She done. She not. What time did she get out of prison?
Snoop came home from second degree murder.
But he beat the case.
No, I'm talking about I'm talking about from the Wire Snoop. She got sentenced to 8 years. No, I'm talking about in real life. In real life.
Oh, she did?
She got sentenced to, I just read this shit last night. She got sentenced when she was like 17, 18. She got sentenced to 8 years for second degree murder, did 6.5 and came home. And right when she came home, she did The Wire.
She was a good ass lawyer. The nigga,
They did.
They found out that she actually killed somebody. And was it self-defense though? Was it?
I don't know. I don't know what you call it, but
I know it's not
second
self-defense law. I don't think. But if you can fight it a little better with showing that you was defending yourself and the niggas came in, you know what I'm saying? That's something.
I could deal with a jailbird.
You can deal with a jailbird.
I just
Second degree murder.
I'm saying straight off the humble, you going on a date,
Attempted
and
murder,
first
yes.
date, they say it. You dealing with them second date?
Oh no, I'm scared. First day I gotta think.
Attempted
That depends on
murder.
her vibe though. You feel what I'm saying? Or who it is. It's different.
Listen,
She
hear
tried
him
to
out.
kill a person.
Okay, listen.
That's different. I gotta think twice for dealing with you. Cause you did it once, you won't do it again. You did it once, you
I
gonna try
watched
to
too
do
many
it
of those
again.
identification discovery shows.
Yeah, watch the eye each
You
hand.
can't
I
do
get
it.
in my sleep and
I
shit.
was hesitant with that shit. Like I said, depend on the charge.
Yeah, but I give it a chance. Why
That's some
not?
real shit. If
You give it a chance.
But she gangster though, for real though. She
It
gangster.
depends on the charge.
Oh,
I
it
think.
depends, bro. Cause some women get pushed to the limit and they had to go stab a nigga real quick. I understand.
He just happened to die.
I understand.
just don't stab me.
But she stabbed 3 of them
She stabbed 3 niggas?
on 3 separate occasions.
Oh, fuck no.
Oh yeah, she crazy.
Right.
She needs to go back to the damn jail. How about that?
You said a jailbird like she got out one time.
Right.
No, she slashed 3 niggas before? Oh, no. I don't know, Slim.
It depends, though.
No, see,
I
she
be
went to
open to
jail one time, but she just got caught up with the
she
third
got caught up
one.
with the
They
third
found out about the other 2.
Damn, she's a serial killer.
That's what I'm saying.
Serial stabber. She's a serial stabbing.
It depends, man. A little sexy. Might be a little sexy.
Oh my
Like
goodness.
crazy shit, man.
Toxic.
Okay.
Hey, toxic.
You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying?
I had it, but don't. Little spice in your relationship.
Oh, fuck. My life ain't that spicy, bitch. You want to go back to
She
jail.
a little sexy. She talking about, look, I'm ready to put up on you, stab your ass, nigga. What you
Police people here
doing?
for your ass. As soon as you got out the car, I'm pressing charges.
Oh, you
trying to kill
you
me?
ratting on your girl?
Boy, Jesse trying to kill me. Yeah.
Like, no, you did this before. You going back.
You're not ratting on your girl,
I'm
yo.
saving myself and the next man. Fuck that. That bitch going in the can, okay? Till she think about what she did. Want to stab niggas and shit. Yeah. She tried to kill me, y'all. This bitch is crazy as a motherfucker.
Hey, yo, you-
Hell yeah, I'm ratting.
Hey, yo, D ratting on your girl,
Hell
yo.
yeah.
You ready on your girl?
D not ratting. D not ratting on it.
What?
D not ratting
What?
on your girl.
You
wants
ratting your
that
girl,
shit.
she try to stab
He
you?
like that shit too. He ain't.
No,
Oh,
we
you
gonna
like-
go. Nah, it depends on the situation. Now,
See?
she try to cut me.
Depends.
She try to cut me. I might
Oh, she
cut.
tried
I might shoot her ass
She
back.
tried. All right, I'm sorry. She had a knife.
See, he
If
gonna
you
be
come to
toxic
me,
with her.
I'ma poke
He
you.
ain't
I might
caught
cut
the
her ass
both of
back.
See, D wanna fuck
Yeah,
in
you
jail.
want to fight with her.
I'm gonna go to jail with her.
But you
Like,
already,
nah, fuck-
but
nah,
you
I'm
already
out.
know
Fuck
she's
that. I'm
slinging
out.
sword.
Yeah, I'm out. I'm sorry, I can't do that.
She's
That was a joke. I'm not gonna cut her ass back. I'm not going to jail for your craziness. The fuck I look
Nah.
like? No, you going to jail? Fuck
Calling
this.
911.
Exactly. On speed dial. Fuck
Deputy
that.
sheriff.
She gonna be on the Citizens Act.
Yeah, you motherfucking right. Hell yeah.
And that day,
Crazy.
you didn't own a man
Salad.
that got a series of drive-bys.
Hey yo.
He got at least 5 of them.
Damn.
He going to jail after the 5th one. You dealing with him? He reformed like after 10 years. You gonna deal with that
waiting
man?
10
They ain't gonna like
No, I'm
that
saying
shit.
she not waiting 10 years.
She a rough around the
He
edges
did
type
10
nigga.
years.
She a little rough around the edges type nigga.
Dead 10 years.
Oh my gosh.
he-
Okay,
that
wait a
nigga-
minute.
You dealing with that bad boy?
You know, he in the system. He
Listen.
institutionalized.
First of all, let me make sure I heard the setup
Okay,
right.
okay, yes.
This is somebody who has participated in drive-bys.
Let's say,
And
yes.
he's going to
Let's say
jail.
since 16, he did, from 16 to 18, he did 5 drive-bys.
All right.
He was a
That he got
gangbanger.
that
Gangbanger.
he was a gangbanger.
Alright.
Now
Field.
he done did 10 years. You coming up later in life at 28. What you going on with?
And he Muslim
Yeah,
now.
he knew.
He got out of jail. He
He
Muslim.
came home. He a different man. He changed. But you start to learn about his past
Listen.
as you get to know him.
Yeah, I could.
I know she would. I told you.
Hey,
Because I ain't gonna lie. For one,
you feel protected.
I've done it before.
Yeah, that shit attractive.
But to be completely honest,
You like gangsters?
don't go there. It's not even about all that.
Bad boy.
No, it's not, because I believe in reform, and it's not even just a prison reform. Like, people change.
People change for sure.
Agreed.
Like, that's why we
Agreed.
keep saying everything is circumstantial. People change.
That's true.
You feel me? So it's like everybody got a pass. If yours might got a couple pops in it, then it's like, whoa, that's
See,
different. Mine's don't.
now-
but
now,
hey,
what
you're a
if-
different
what-
person now. Let's talk now. 10 years ago, I'd have been on the other side of the street scared to walk next to you.
All right, what if it's some domestic violence cases? Like,
Who know? I gotta go.
Yeah, you better fuck
No.
up.
Gotta
Because
go.
No.
we gotta come.
But he
sir,
reformed.
You said everything's circumstantial and reform,
You're
right?
right. And so in this case of circumstances, I
But
gotta
he
go.
10 years, he Muslim now.
What does him being Muslim got to do with anything?
Brother,
I'm not
he praying
Muslim.
to Allah. Fuck you talking about? He changed.
Listen,
What's the difference?
if you're asking me about somebody who used to hit women,
I'm not saying I said domestic violence case. We don't know if I ain't say he beat the shit out of a woman, but it's some
What?
shit. What?
I'm sorry, because does domestic violence not mean that you're in there fighting on your woman?
Women hit you first too. I'm just saying
That's
it's not just
fine,
about.
but
That's
this-
domestic violence.
You're asking me
But I'm
if I
saying,
could
like,
date
it's
a woman,
vice
a
versa.
former woman beater.
So would you
No.
consider a man that got hit by? I mean, this is all wrong. I don't hit women. I definitely don't hit women. I don't condone it. But would you consider a man that was defending himself a woman beater?
Defending himself like this
If
woman
that
is
bitch
like trying
came
to
to him
pop,
with a
pop,
knife,
pop, pop.
tried to fight him
Woman.
multiple times,
And he two-pieced
she is
the shit out
the
of him.
initiator. She's the person that's trying she's the one that always initiates it. Say this happened for real, because this shit real.
Shit happened in Baby Boy.
Yeah.
Pow! He just turned around. Pow!
Yeah, and he
Does that make him a
he
woman
just swung
beater?
on her, and but he stayed with her. And now he go to jail because he got caught up in some shit. Some paperwork might got fucked up and all that shit, like something. He might have snitched on him and made it seem like, you never know.
That's fucked up.
But that's real. Shit like that happen all the fucking time.
That's fucked.
What they say, the second person always get caught majority of the time, right?
Yeah, I just feel like
That's how I work on football.
Yeah. Real shit.
if you hit a woman as a man, you weak. Like
Facts.
we all
Agreed.
men is
a
like
bitch
we
move.
are built more strong than a woman.
No, I agree with that. But I'm saying if in that situation, do you look at him as he's a woman beater?
No.
Cause I don't agree.
If
with
you're
If he protect,
defending yourself,
if he like try to hold her off, like chill, like
if he don't
ain't-
want it
yeah,
done.
he ain't. Yeah, if he just like chill, like defend yourself. But if
he snuff her ass at the sheet and try to stab him.
god damn.
That's why you telling me. Bitch come stab me, I'm punching her shit. I'm sorry. That's you try to kill me.
Okay.
She try to come stab me.
Let the
She
law
get her
work
ass
with
knocked
her.
out.
You can get it.
I was gonna say,
I ain't
she
doing
might.
that,
I might.
You can get your
I ain't
ass
gonna lie
knocked
to
out.
you.
You tried to kill me.
You can get that one piece and then call the police.
Pretty much. It's a woman beating
Yeah, that's
Now we evil.
One
Like,
piece
Get ass
police.
knocked out.
like you just tried to stab. So you telling me? Get the fuck out. You telling me somebody tried to come? Anybody? I don't give a fuck. Woman, man. Tried to stab you. You would
A
defend
man's
yourself?
different.
It could be a damn
Man,
baby.
A man, I'm trying to kill
Man,
That
different.
A
motherfucker
woman, I'm not
get
trying to
kicked.
kill you. I'm gonna knock your ass out.
Got to go.
I'm pumping shit
run.
out of baby comes running me.
That's why you telling me.
Look great.
Say, I'm gonna
I'm calling my sister.
he's in a situation. He
calling my sister.
He gonna hit him
I'ma
right.
run. Call my sister. The bitch trying to stab.
You getting stabbed.
And she gotta catch me first.
Then your
She
sister
gotta
ain't gonna
catch-
be able to track her down at that moment. She gotta take time.
in the situation to you gonna
Take
throw that
time
right.
to get there.
If she come forward with a knife,
He gonna
It's
throw that right.
survival
Trying to take
instincts.
it.
If she's
Facts.
coming at you with a knife, really trying to hurt you, yeah, I'm saying, yeah, you big enough. I know you grizzly bear, nigga. And you gonna throw it down and all this shit. But if she get up and still want to keep going,
sweet chin music.
yeah, you gonna want to knock her ass out real quick. Like, I'm getting tired
What
of
he
crack
say?
that shit.
Sweet chin music.
Sweet chin
I'm
music.
Then you hitting her with the leg.
Yeah, with that
Yeah,
shit.
You hitting her with the foot.
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, chip. Bow! I ain't gonna be done.
And she keep getting up one
I be
and
like,
stab you and
shit.
shit. That shit.
I feel like, first of all, you trying to kill me, we don't need to be together.
Yeah, that shit.
For sure.
That's good.
That
You
shit.
just trying to
Right.
kill me numerous times in one situation. Nah, sure, you gotta go.
Yeah, that shit.
You
different.
going to
too
jail? Fuck go.
Yeah.
She going out the door and in the back of that paddy wagon. What are you talking
I
about?
know we done reverted all the way off the topic, but this shit real.
No, you definitely did.
No, it's non-negotiable.
Yes,
That's a non-negotiable.
I feel like if the police guy get involved, shorty, we don't need to
If the
be
police
together.
guy get involved?
Yeah, I shouldn't be calling the police on you. For
you
trying
got
to
one police. No, you can't call the police on me. That's a non-negotiable.
You can't call the
You
police.
can't call
That's
the
some shit
police.
going on. You can't call the police.
I'll shoot this bitch in her leg.
bro.
Bow.
Not even on some like,
feel
not
you.
even just being like a street nigga or illegal hood shit, all that shit. It's just certain shit that you don't want on your
On
reputation.
your reputation, for sure.
Like professional, street shit, and like all
This
that
shit,
shit.
first of all, why we get to the point where you gotta stab me? Like, what have I done so
It's a lot
bad
of
for you
shit
want to
you coulda
take
did.
my life and we supposed to be together and be
T, you scared. You ain't giving no booty for a month. She trying to get that. She trying to stab you for the booty, bang. She trying to
You got
get,
stabbed
trying to
T
get
to
that
get nothing.
dangling, boy. She trying to get the swinging. Come on, talk to her.
You ain't got
You gotta
stabbed, T.
remember, women always.
She pulled a knife on you first date.
Logically.
What you doing, boy? She lazy.
No, women don't always think
Oh, no, yeah,
logically.
right. You're right.
Was what I'm saying.
You're right.
So sometimes emotion take control, and they want to stab the shit out.
I'm not saying emotions grab that knife.
I'd rather her to try to swing than try to stab me. That's just me.
I think we all rather that.
Yeah, pretty much.
I think we all rather that because that's a deadly weapon.
Don't know where I get poked. I might die.
right.
Might nick an artery. Might hit a vein.
Stab my heart.
Right.
Stab my lung.
Anything.
I can take a little bruise now.
Right.
I ain't taking it. Don't listen, goddamn it. Let's talk
Levels
about
to
it.
this police shit.
That's
Let's
definitely what
talk
T
about
added.
it. Let's just talk about it. Like, what is it? Now, you want to kill me?
No, that's definitely non.
So on the topic of money,
What?
is that non-negotiable for you in a relationship? Do you feel like your woman gotta have money or a certain amount of money? Because I know women, of course, look at
You
the
ain't
money
gotta be.
aspect.
You ain't gotta be
You
like.
ain't gotta be Oprah Winfrey rich.
Yeah, it's not even just Oprah.
I don't think none of us
You
gonna
gotta
be Oprah,
like
but
they say. I just feel like we gotta have a game plan.
Yeah, we financially kick
Like,
it.
We don't
Comfortable.
gotta-
But could you deal with a woman that's financially unstable?
It depends.
Like,
Is she trying? Is she trying to change
Like
that?
is she trying to change it? She got money problems. Like she don't know how to
she don't
spend
know how
money
to save
correct.
and
She don't know how to
spend.
save. She don't know how to do none of
That
that.
come with learning. I feel like you can teach. You can help.
But how much are you helping before you leave? You helping 5 years?
You got it gets to a point where you got to realize where
I think
people
I said we old.
need to want to help themselves first. Like you can only do but so much. But if it gets to a point where it's like I don't know, I don't think it's really a timeline on that. But it shouldn't get nowhere past 5 or 6 years before you realize like, okay, I'm doing all this shit, but is she doing anything for herself to change her position? I'm trying to help her get into this position, but she's pretty much just doing what she wants and relying on my help. And if I'm not here doing this, then she's not gonna be doing this.
Right.
Yeah,
So
don't be
Man,
leeching.
check this out.
Yeah, don't
5
leech.
years, nothing. It's not getting a good 1 or 2 with me. A year is a long time. It is.
Yeah.
Now, in a year, I'm going to probably pick out and see what your flaws are. Now, because I care, I'm going to try to help you fix them. Now, if I see that every time I pass you the ball, you drop it, okay, you just, and I mean, I'm a teacher, but you just not grasping this lesson. So,
She's not teaching adults. She's teaching children out here.
period. Okay? If you are not grasping this thing that I'm trying to teach you, I mean, I'm not saying I'm gonna leave depending on what that thing is, but it's like, okay, so do you accept it or do you leave?
I'm gonna comment on that because I said it earlier. Like, I feel like men wouldn't stick around as long as women would, but she kind of contradict that statement. I don't think I would stay 5 years, but I know my grind, and if my grind don't bleed into you a little bit, then you're not the one for me.
I'm so glad you brought that up.
Meaning, what I'm saying is, if something I got going on, you can't get involved with, or like, that mean you just not trying. Like, you feel me? I'm putting certain shit on the table, and you not picking something and try to help yourself
Right.
around with me with.
Right.
You not trying, so I'm a dip.
You know what?
That's
And
different.
that's
That's leeching.
fair
Yeah.
because
I can't do no leeching.
if you got 2 people in a relationship and let's say one of them is just more established, right? Like you said, as a result of being with this person, something in you ought to spark and want to get your grind on. You feel me? If that doesn't happen, shouldn't nobody look at that person wrong for leaving. Because at this point, it's giving you a leech. I'm not about to continue to try to pour into you, and all you want to do is just be poured into. Like, you're not doing
You
anything
ain't doing
for
nothing?
yourself.
Sure.
Right.
Like, you just want to keep sleeping on my couch or whatever the case. Like, no, I can't do this with you anymore. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I tried.
Yeah.
And acknowledge the fact that I tried, but I gotta go now.
And I don't want to leave.
But no, I was gonna
But
ask
I
a
gotta
question.
go. Right now.
Trigger, shout out Trigger. Man.
We're gonna go back to statistics. I'm not gonna give us out of who is more majority that, like, when you think of relationships, the man or woman, who is usually the couch sleeper? Like, when you think statistics wise,
What you mean?
like, say 6 out of 10 relationships, the
Who's
man
more
is
likely to be the
majority
bum?
one. Yeah, who's more likely to be the bum? When you think about bringing shit to you,
A man.
I would say the woman.
you said got sticky.
Ooh.
You be doing this shit on purpose. That's why he got the hood on.
So, why you say women? I'm gonna ask you first because you said it first.
Because of, well, I would at least say in this generation. Well, shit, not even in this generation, because it's been like that our whole life. Like, I mean, you see it all the time. Whereas there's more so. I mean, the men are expected to be the providers and have the money and all that other type
Agreed.
of shit. And
So the woman just want to be provided for.
exactly. So
But
fair.
that's another thing. Society ain't looking at it like you really. She the couch sitter. She the couch sitter. Oh yeah, she.
society's not.
She take care of the kid.
Exactly.
She at the
Society's
house.
never going to look at it like she's the,
So why can't the
couch
men- why
potato
can't-
or whatever the case is. But if a man does the same thing, he's automatically going to be looked at like that. But just because we're not looking at it like that doesn't mean that's not the case. Because I mean, if you breaking it down,
But you just watching Netflix all day, basically. Like,
if you breaking it exactly, if you breaking it down and being technical about it, they're doing the same shit. Like, they're literally doing the same shit. A man
I know
can
we
be
talking about that type couch potato. Okay.
a man can be a stay-at-home dad. A man can be a stay-at-home dad because that's a thing. A man could. The woman out there working, he want to be home, take care of the kids, take care of the house, all that other type of shit. People look at him like he's a bum, like he don't want to do nothing with his life. Exactly. A woman is doing the same exact thing. She's staying home, she's cooking, she's taking care of the kids, all that shit. Everybody look at her, she's a stay-at-home mom, she's taking care of the house, she's doing what she's supposed to do. But why is it a double standard?
No, I'm not. I wasn't. I was saying
who was doing all that?
He talking some real shit.
Oh, I thought that was T.
No, he talking some real shit.
That's true.
I agree with him. I went down there. Why do you say a man?
Why do I say a man? All right, here's what I think, and everybody relax, because I just heard all y'all take a deep exhale.
I didn't take anything.
Okay,
I'm listening.
Listen,
I'm here.
here's why I think a man, and this is my opinion, so don't shoot me. All right,
Yeah, we gonna blast at you.
in my opinion.
We gonna blast at you. Don't you gotta expect to get shot at this point. You gotta expect it. When y'all start to watch these episodes, y'all gonna realize Day-Day's getting shot up. Like,
And here I stand every time.
Everybody loves and respects Day-Day.
we love it to death.
Talk to us.
All right, here's what I think. Now follow me for a second, because I'm gonna take this somewhere. Generally, right, in a household, let's say a woman has a boy and a girl. She's gonna raise her daughter, right, in a way different than she raises her son. And women kind of tend to coddle their sons more than they coddle their daughters. They raise women to, you gotta know how to take care of a house. You have to know how to cook, how to clean, because one day you gotta do this for your husband. But in coddling your son, you are subconsciously teaching him that a woman is supposed to take care of you. Now, it is generally the job of a father to make sure that his son knows how to be a provider, go out here and get it on your own. But the average black man is being raised without a dad in the household. So the average black man is growing up looking for a woman to be his mate that's going to treat him how his mother did.
Vice versa.
So with that being said, though, the average man is probably going to be so comfortable, like, and you get this girlfriend, and she got a job, and she got a place, she got a couch, she got a car, she out here doing her thing. She don't need anything from you. So if you don't need nothing from me, I don't have to do anything. So yeah, let me bring my PS here, because this couch look comfortable. Let me see what this TV talk. And you can kind of just turn into a bum. Now, to be clear, ladies, once you see these red flags, get this nigga off your couch. But yeah, men kind of look look for women to kind of treat them like how they mother did. So with that being said, not all of them.
I would definitely
But I think,
disagree with you, but I do agree with you.
saying
I'm with
to
you.
an extent.
But
do y'all agree with the part I said about the way kids are raised?
yes,
Yeah,
I respect
correct.
that.
Cool.
I believe that. Yeah, I agree with you.
And
Go ahead.
it's women out here that's looking for men to fill that daddy role that they never had as well.
But to be clear, I never spoke on a son having like a void for his mother. I said this little boy was coddled by his mother.
No.
You
You like a mama's boy.
You said he doesn't have a father.
He's saying it's vice versa.
There's no father in the house. But again, so you're not. So my point with the son is you didn't grow up having like an example of what a man should be. So you gonna continue to be like the mama's boy, but you a girlfriend's boy type shit. If you feel me.
I think what he's saying is this. It's the same for women as well. If the father's not in the life, they're like
they sell it for anything. Like not what or the first vulnerable, they'll treat them like they something. They fall for that right off the bat. Whereas though,
I'm not denying that at all. I'm not. But the question was, who's more likely to be on the couch? And I told you why I think a man could absolutely wear that hat of the couch potato.
I feel like,
But I feel what he was saying about the woman wanting to be provided for. You go out and make this money, I'm gonna sit home and spend it. That's facts.
but I feel like just based it is. I feel like based off of what you were saying, that kind of is why I don't see. I mean, I get exactly what you was talking about. I feel like, but based off what you were saying, that's pretty much exactly why I feel like a man wouldn't be the couch potato. Just based off the fact that, I mean, every once in a while, but it takes a special type of lazy motherfucker to just want to just go get
lazy,
a girl and just cuddle up on her couch and not do nothing. Because I don't understand. Like, it's just me. Like, that's just, I mean, maybe it's just me and the way that we was raised.
Exactly.
I can't do that shit. Like, that's just, I can't do
Ladies,
it.
all 4 of these men were blessed to have their fathers in their life every damn day growing up. Y'all a different
Shout out to
breed.
the OG.
Shout out to all of them. I'm so proud of my cousins who raised these men.
OGs.
Because every
we
man
respectful.
don't got y'all testimony.
Right.
But what I will say is, I know some men that don't have their father that are just like us.
You
That's
right.
true.
So you can't.
You
say
right.
that.
Because some people
And I do
learn
know
from
men- I
lack
do know
of an
men
example.
who
Like,
have
I'm
their
not going to
fathers.
be that because I didn't have it. You
So
right.
That's why it's like I'm on the
And I
fence
do
with what
also
you
know
saying.
men who do have their fathers who are those
Yeah,
bum ass
everything's-
niggas too. So like, I mean, it's just
Yeah,
circumstantial.
that's true.
Exactly.
That's true.
Or father figures, not just their
Facts.
father.
Father figures.
Father
Shout out to
figures.
the uncles,
Circle.
And I
stepdads. Shout out to them.
Father
Definitely
figures,
shout
and
out to
niggas look
stepdad
over the
on
fact
phone.
that you have a father figure there. You just don't want to accept that nigga.
Yeah.
Right.
That shit's fucked up. But I'm gonna leave that one up
Right.
top.
Yeah.
Some bitch ass shit to be
Yeah, that's
honest.
some fucked up shit. Like
That's
the
another
nigga want to be
episode.
there for you. He doing the right shit. You just don't want to take it. You know what I'm saying? That shit's
Just don't want
fucked
to
up.
take.
That shit is so.
That's
fucked up.
ungrateful to be honest.
Yeah,
And
man.
especially when your father like your father not there. This is a whole nother conversation. But if your father not there, he don't want to be there type shit. But you got somebody who trying to step up and be there for you. That's ungrateful as shit.
Yeah. And I will say this. I will agree with you on certain shit because men, we tend to mature a little later. So women
sure.
take certain shit in
That
like
is
certain
facts.
opportunities earlier than we would. And that's why I can agree
True.
with her on certain shit.
True.
You feel me? Men sometimes what?
I'm doing good this episode.
Yeah, you doing good, but
They ain't jumped on me yet, y'all. I got this thing. Go ahead.
I say that's true, but then it's also a flip side to that sometimes
It's always-
because
it's always
I
a
have
flip.
seen a lot of women that have moved out at an early age
And come
and they're just not ready.
That's facts.
They're not ready for that situation. They're not ready to even handle that. And then sometimes they'll bring a man into that situation
feel that
and it's
void
just try to fill that void up, but then also y'all still not where y'all need to be.
Yeah.
And it takes a long time to grow into that portion of what you want to be.
You know what? Monique. I feel like that's like the dynamics of Monique's relationship. Because Monique is married. And if y'all have ever noticed, Monique calls her husband daddy. And so one day somebody kind of asked her, like, why do you always call him daddy? She's like, because he's raising me, damn it. And so,
Ooh.
I mean, like, those were her exact words. He's raising me, god damn it. And so the point that she was trying to make was when he and I got together, I was broken in certain areas. And he was equipped to help me get to where I needed to be. He helped evolve me where a father should have, but I didn't have that. So,
That's different.
and you know how like mature you gotta be as a man to do it. But for a woman to acknowledge it, like I was broken
Right.
and this man was whole
Sure.
and he came and got me together.
Right.
Yeah, that's different right there.
yeah, that's really mature.
Shout out Monique though.
Period.
But-
Hey auntie.
Back to that question because it revolved from finances though, because I don't think it would be hard for me to stay with a woman that doesn't have any money.
Mm-hmm.
I think it would be hard for me to, like you were saying, stay with like I ain't gonna say a gold digger, but a person that
I
just
ain't
want to
saying
move
she a
shop
gold
for me.
digger.
But it's hard to read that in the beginning because you got to take time to be able to, really pull that out, like pulling shit out of them to realize if that grind is just a front or if you just, bullshitting me, claiming you got a game plan, but you really not grinding to go get it. Like, that's certain shit that got to come with time. So, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like now, at my age now, you got to have it. Like, not have, like, a bunch of money, but you got to have something out of your game plan already established. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Maybe your business already up and running or something like that. Like, so I can see you actually got some paperwork.
Sure.
All right, motherfucker. I come into this. Like, all right.
Yeah.
I like what you got going on.
Period.
Now we can work. You feel what I'm saying? Because you already had some shit established before me. And if I leave, you still gonna be on the grind. You still gonna have some shit without me. person playing. Like, and I won't feel bad. You feel me?
Right,
like if
right.
I do dip, I won't feel bad. We have some other shit.
She be alright.
Right.
Yeah, she be cool. Yeah. Real shit.
So final thing, what do y'all think in perspective to parents and people that kind of raised you in your village? What do you think they brought to the table for you that was beneficial in your development?
Shit, I mean, I can go on for days about that because I mean, the village is huge because I can speak for
Because like speaking, piggybacking off of what Day was saying, kind of how like a guy can look at his mom, right, and then try to mirror that with a romantic relationship, right? But I feel like that's also what molded us to want certain things in a relationship from the opposite sex.
It's based off what you see.
Right. So like what do you feel like you seen in them?
I'm gonna ask the table this, and that kind of help it out. You think you're a mama's boy or daddy's boy?
Mother.
Mama's boy, daddy's boy.
Daddy's girl.
Mama.
Mama. I'm
I
sorry.
don't even know. Be honest with you.
I feel like it's a tie for you, to be honest.
Yeah,
I couldn't tell.
I don't know.
I'm
So I'm
gonna say
24
daddy's.
now, so
I'm definitely gonna say daddy's.
Really?
Yeah.
That's interesting.
yeah,
I don't
he's
know.
a daddy's boy.
Oh, I'm about to say,
I call you a mama's boy like all the time.
No, I
This
can see
this
he's
motherfucker's a
definitely
daddy's
definitely
boy.
straight father.
All right, you got it. Hey,
This motherfucker.
that's cool.
Straightforward.
That's cool.
yeah, I don't think he really.
I'm
does,
starting
man.
to see it now
Yeah, and he's
in recent life.
Yeah. So, yeah, definitely.
No, that's
But-
facts. Overall, I do see it. I think the way you answer questions sometimes though gives like mama's boy, but I see what you're saying.
Cause I got both of them. Both
I
of them
feel
give
you.
off now some shit. He gonna go far left,
And she
I
gonna
ain't
go
wanna
all the way
be-
to the right.
See, that's how I say it's a balance. 'Cause He's a different
I
type
think I'm
nigga.
balanced too.
But I don't know. I won't say I'm balanced.
He's a
I
different
say,
type of nigga.
he is, but I know when to come.
Different type.
I know when to revert. Like, all right, hold up. You want some shit. Like, so. But I do say I'm a daddy's boy, and the reason I asked that question is because if you think about how you was raised and like who you took majority of your attributes and your characteristics from, that can bleed into the question he was asking.
Right.
So.
So
yeah.
dad's guy. What do you feel like some attributes that you got?
For my dad?
Yeah, that you appreciate.
Definitely my grind and my hustle. Like, I'm always hungry. Like, I feel like that's just a consistent thing.
Sure.
Like, something about me. Yeah, I just can't stop moving. Like, I'm always gonna pitch something, a dream, whatever the fuck it is. Like, I like the concept of team and building the people around me up. You feel what I'm saying? That's just
Right.
something I feel like this shit is beautiful. It just off the
Started
street,
as a
y'all don't
dream, y'all.
understand. This shit started 10, 11, 12, 13 years ago? How long has it been now? Just
13
pushing
years.
NSP in general.
I think it's been at least 13, 14
Yeah,
years.
so this shit been really like, you know what I mean? This shit is a grind. Like, and whether like when we get to that point in fame, we always gotta remember where we came from, and that's kind of like all the attributes that he's bled into me as a man, like strength, off of the strength of just being, you know what I mean? And his story is way different than mine.
Right.
And you feel me?
Right.
But I can take the little shit from his story
Right.
and contribute it to my story.
Right.
Because it's just principle at the end of the day. It ain't about just taking it and trying to be like the nigga. No, I'm taking the great attributes, some of the flaws, and making it my own. You feel what I'm saying? With the shit we got going on.
Yeah. Shit, I think best attribute I got from my pops is be yourself.
Indeed.
And
Fucking D.
just be yourself, man. Don't
that
try to
indeed.
fit in. Don't
Fucking D.
just
Nah,
be
that's
you.
cool.
And no matter where you at, as y'all know.
We gonna be that
Pops
nigga
don't
regardless.
care where you at, man. Just get it in. So that's just one value, but then that always stuck with me. Just be you. You know what I'm saying? I think that's why I get so much respect from my peers and the mutual respect back and forth. Cause like I ain't never did no goofy shit to try to fit on or try to be somebody else. I what?
I feel you.
So
That's what's up. D, what you feel like you got from your mom?
That's crazy. I feel like I'm more of a mother's boy, but I feel like I got more of my shit from my father. But I feel like as far as my mother goes, I feel like that, I guess the nurturing aspect of it, and then just the never wanting to stop. Back to what he was saying, just never wanting to stop, never wanting to keep going, and like even to and always wanting to learn. Like even to this day, my mother is talking about going back to school. and she already went back to school 3, 4, 5 different times for 3, 4, 5 different things.
Right.
But again, she's talking about going back to school right now, and she want me to take a class with her on some, I think it's some science shit or whatever. But just always having that itch to wanting to learn and expand and do something different.
Right. That's what's up. Day.
So even though I think I'm more of a daddy's girl, I definitely feel like I get more of like who I am from my mother.
Yes, you are.
For sure. But I guess like if I had to say one thing that like my mother told me that I feel like,
Yeah, I'm shocked by your answer. I am.
I mean
because I never met you before, but I'm shocked by it.
Yeah. I think the thing that I guess I get a lot from my mother is like my loyalty. You feel me? I'm glad y'all felt that.
I felt
must
that
be doing okay.
Yeah,
like just loyalty. Simple as
because
that.
if y'all, we gonna get a little bit backstory. Her mother and my father like brother and sister. So it's just and now this shit crazy, but
only makes sense, right? Now.
So yeah, that's there indeed.
What about you? I say my mom. I mean, I get a lot. I say I'm a mama's boy.
Okay.
Because I feel like I talk to my mother more like about deeper subjects.
Yeah, me too.
That's more
exactly why I said the same thing.
More emotional. But I get attributes from both of them. I feel like I got like my financial stuff. I got from my mother a lot. Like she taught me how to manage money well, how to even pay bills at an early age. And like my father, like I just appreciate his grind so much, to be honest with you. Just like how you talk about your dad. It's like, because to know, like to give y'all a backstory, my dad plays softball. My dad is about 72, I believe. He been playing it since 12. So it's like he's been with different teams throughout the years, but it's like to still be that physically engaged at that age.
I'm surprised you ain't say you're smooth.
Imagine if
I mean, you know what I'm saying?
Smooth got that.
The smoothest for the podcast. Y'all know how I get down out here.
You think Steve Harvey? Hey, look, you think Steve Harvey smooth, nigga? You gotta check Uncle. He had every different color bucks. Oh my God, the bucks be flying.
That's my man. I get so much from him, man. I get so much from them. You know what I mean? But I say that in like I said, perspective of like what men and women bring to the table. Because it's like over time, that's what somebody from a generation before us brought to the table for us. And they went through all of this different stuff in their younger years, and then they had us. So it's just like, how does that relate to what we feel like men and women bring to the table?
Look,
you know what I mean?
For sure.
Shout out to y'all too, man. We love y'all to death because that's some real shit we need to point out. Y'all made us who we are today, and now we got this oh my God, this beautiful team right here. We appreciate y'all for real.
Everybody that played a part. You know what I'm saying?
And
shout out to the village as a whole.
Everybody that played a part.
Indeed.
There's so many aunts, uncles, cousins, grandparents, fathers, so many. Like I can't begin to name the different people. Like different.
For sure.
Man, boy.
It's all love. And tell us what you think, guys. What do you think women and men bring to the table for yourself? And think about the questions that we ask in between time. And that's the NSP podcast. D, what is the song of the day, my brother?
Today we got All I Need by Method Man and Mary J. Blige.
Shout out to mommy and daddy. That's y'all song, I know that for instance.
Break it. Shorty, you can girl anytime you need me. You ain't girl, your world. I don't know the words.
Make a man feel better than a woman.